snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast. What a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Dragons of Tokyo taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final two-week stretch of the 2023 regular season, and we are underway Week 17 here on this New Year's Eve. Now Jamal Agnew from his end. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Let's go now.
Right away, they'll change the look. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Young here, you can see, changing the play. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Green jack. Trail green. 10 cycles.
Young to throw it this time. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
I got him.
On 1st down, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Jaguars at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11.
Here's Lawrence. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. An audible here to get a new look. The kick by Gould is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their second drive here to ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out. Put together a good drive and get some points of their own.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here is Young. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Young, he's going to change it up.
Hey, black shot. Slide through.
To throw is Young. On 1st and 10. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8 from the 35. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now they'll change things up. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And Sharp goes in motion left. Young on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
Go, 10. Hustle.
A quick throw complete to Chark. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. In motion left here, Sanders. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain.
Watch out now. 50 series. Red, yellow.
Young. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
22 meter.
To throw, Young. Under pressure, and they got to him again. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 3rd and long for Young. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Antonio Johnson. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. They've got his man complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Go. 11, add it. Let's go, 52.
Lawrence will throw. Dancing to his left. Lawrence hitting the ball is free. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Ready.
Now Young going to move him around.
Edo blue. Red cycle. Ready.
Here's Young throwing on 1st down. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 6. And now an audible here into something else. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
38.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's got it down to the 28. Now a second and 6.
3-3. 52 blaster. Right. Ball red.
Young to throw it. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down.
Shot. 17. 6. 7. 12. 10. Smash. Red. Green jack.
Now here's Young. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right, no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
This is always a tricky angle for a right-footed kicker because he's trying to draw it to the center of the uprights, but instead he pushes it to the right, and it's no good.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Yeah, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
On 1st and 10, Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Young here, you can see, changing the play. Shark's got it, left side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
On the ball.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Needle.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Here we
So
go.
a little bit
Here
of a
we go.
stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Running right. Here's Sanders. 4 yards there on the carry. Gets it back to 2nd and 11. Young trying to hurry them up to the line here.
Ready.
Another run here with Sanders. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. Set.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Let's go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Go, go, let's go.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Hey, lion, lion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
13, Luke.
Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Hey, kill. Dirty left.
Again, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Blue strike.
As they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. In motion left, that's Thielen. It's Young on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Yellow. Red, yellow. Field, black.
In motion left, that's Thielen. To throw on second down is Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Let's go now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Young, he's going to change it up.
Red, cycle. Right, right.
Now Young to throw on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
Ready,
A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now they'll shift things around. Young to throw it. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Set, hut. 52 blaster. Shot, 17.
In motion left goes Sanders. Young now from the 50. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And boy, again, they won't get this off in time.
Look right open, open. Big 13, heavy, heavy, heavy.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Pressure comes and down he goes. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
11.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Ridley here. Down the left sideline. He's on his way. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Young to throw it this time. Short throw underneath to Hurst. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Young going to move them around. Now this time he'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Black Ultra. Black Shot. Black Blue.
First down, Young. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Young. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Yellow, go. Red, yellow. Steel, black.
Young on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Red, cycle. Fight, white. Blue, black.
From the red zone now, Young. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Man, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
38.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays. Oh, this.
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Hey, easy. Ralph. 13 loop. On the ball. Let's go.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey,
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, kill. Here we go.
Another tote for ETN. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Hey, Jupiter.
They go play action with Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Lawrence changing the play. Here's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. Touchdown Jaguars! Travis Etienne from 8 yards out. And the Jaguars get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Ready up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Go red. Black shot. Slide blue. Red.
Looking to throw, Young. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
A play fake. Now Young. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
11.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Draw play, Etienne. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves them with a more standard 2nd down.
Hey, Lion. 11. 30 left. Go.
Now Lawrence to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Red on red.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
The kick by Gold is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. The chart goes in motion left.
Red, cycle. 43 rail.
Young looks to throw on 1st down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Hurry, hurry.
To throw, Young. Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Young here, you can see, changing the play.
Squad red. 6, mega.
Young now on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Smack, red. Hey, blue. Green jack.
It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now they'll audible to something else.
Drill green.
It'll be Young again. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Flores American. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Hey, Ron.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Think right.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Here we go.
Now Etienne to start the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a throw here, hold in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 43 yards.
Easy. Read it, 44. Read it, 54.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, hey, hey. Clock.
Lawrence. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Lawrence going to throw again. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Right open. Go. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
First and 10, Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Hey, Green.
Fighting him off. He's still on his feet, and he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Young, he's going to change it up. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Red, cycle. Set, hut.
Young to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Antonio Johnson. And the Jaguars are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On the counter, ETN. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying he would call him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?